superstar, perfect running back. Yo, nigga said he won't smoke. You know he want none of that. Told her that I'm about to come. Asked her what she wanted at. She said, you know damn well exactly why I wanted that. I brought you niggas for dinner. You'll find me raised in the center. Drop top V's in the winter. I see you ain't getting a little thin. I put you up in the gym. I turn that bitch to a winner. He used to claim he was a bro. Now he wanna act like a hoe. Now I put a nigga in his hoe. And you might think that shit was slow, but know that I gotta go low whenever I'm up in the scope.
Ah, man. Preseason is about to be starting because it's about to be damn time. Yeah. I guess it's gonna be a part of the regular season win for Preseason Live. And my opinion is this, y'all. You got to give the football credit. Well, season 4 is coming up, and we'll be ready anytime soon. So we'll be ready on the new season. So yes, season 4, man, I can't wait. But yep, it is finally time for the productive wins here for the AFC, the NFC, and of course you all know, and for this year, it's the NFL greatest predictions I've ever seen. I was going to predict the wins for predictions for regular win, and for all purposes, I would see who is taking home for the glory and who will leave this glorious NFL season. This new season is going to be for a win. So, got all 32 wins or total bangs, and let's see how the team can get any gets. Alright? Oh yeah, did y'all hear about? Never mind. How's my day doing? How's it going? So, let's see who is winning. That my mediocre winning. Okay, let's start with the AFC East. All right, Buffalo Bills. My Buffalo Bills gonna be 13-4. Might well, it might be 14-3. Wait, no. Might 15-2, or maybe 13-4. So Josh Allen, by the apparent entry to the Win League MVP, he has multi-title winning if I was seeing this. So without Josh Allen, I don't know why I'm picking this, because I'm thinking Josh Allen who could do whatever hell he wants. And it's my opinion for him. I was going ahead and it's going to be a 6 consecutive decisions to fall in the Baltimore Ravens. And of course, you know, the Bills going to not consider the 6 leagues in one game. I mean, that's good enough for everybody. And Josh Allen is the man that the fondest something have for. When he find themselves, every time the Bills lost every single game against the Chiefs on the postseason. So, with the Bills' case, I think the Bills has the momentum in a league in the world, and there must be good enough for them. Every AFC East team is, that can be arranged for them. So, Bills might be 14-2. All right. New England Patriots, 8-9. There will be 8-9. No. My predicted win will be 6-11. Could be the new hiring coach of Mike Vrabel is not even look good. I mean, why the Patriots just hired Mike Vrabel and his team? You saw what happened. Joe Mill had one coaching job and he blew it. He blew it. I mean, the Patriots could set their own who got to get them straight. And don't get it tripped. Don't get it twisted. The Patriots have a non-assistant and a team doesn't know what he's going to do. And it since that day gone, it was never going to happen. Never. I had never seen Patriots act like this. Never do that. But Mike Vrabel's going to have a new head coach on the Patriots, and that, how do they feel like it? That is because we got to give Patriots credit. But Mike Vrabel is not going to do it. The Patriots not going to win it. No. Patriots not going to win. I swear the Patriots not going to do it. All right. Moving on. Jets. 7-10. On the board says Commanders 1, Giants 2, Eagles 3, Cowboys 4. Okay, I see that. That's a good call. The rookie coach, Aaron Glenn, had a inherently more talented team and his former boss, Dan Campbell, in the Detroit Lions in 2021, and Lions who won 13 games. So let me spin it. New York Jets got 7-10. Jets will lose 5-12. 5-12. Jets, I don't know what happened special because the new quarterback, Justin Fields, okay? Justin Fields has left, what was the Chicago Bears? No, not Chicago Bears. The Pittsburgh Steelers, yes. He traded over the Jets to the Pittsburgh Steelers because the Jets had a little momentum. After Aaron Rodgers left and Frank Kilo left to the Commanders, signed a 3-year deal, it's because that Aaron Glenn left the Lions and he got a new coaching job. Since Robert Slayer got fired and the coach got fired, that's because Aaron Glenn is a new head coach. Probably serve it because the Jets don't have probably momentum and it got to be a little bit off the case. Is this how the Jets feel? This is how the Jets become a one another? When Allison left, there might have been momentum, or else worse. Because they failed to make the playoffs since that decade ago. They made the playoffs since 2007, right? They made the postseason. That's because they haven't good enough for them. But the Jets' offense got a little shitty. In that case, they don't care enough. The defense, they got a little build some more, but not good enough. But the difference is the Jets is this. One day or another, they can never forget everywhere. And if they don't, they have enough, easy enough here. That's how the Jets felt like it. The Miami Dolphins, 5-12. Same goal to me. I would say 5-12 as well. Mike McDaniels. Let me start with this one. The Dolphins played terrible last season. They played absolutely not terrible they were because they were having so good enough here. And the Dolphins doesn't give a hoot whatsoever. I say this is not good for all the difference in the team is never give why did the Dolphins do happen. And because Tua had a little CTE going. He had a little CTE for each and every games. Bruh, I mean, you got to give this guys, don't know what it's going to do. But what are the Dolphins doing? Huh? What are the Dolphins doing? I mean, Tyler Hero's going to quit. He's going back to the Chiefs? I don't know. But let me explain. Let me explain how the Dolphins could be a little more pressure in this. This is the peer pressure. This is the pressure for the Dolphins. And in that case, you know how the Dolphins are better than anyone else in the goddamn world. It is not pretty good. They're not pretty good side. They're not pretty good all purposes. And they're never good at half for. Never have circumstances. And this is not easy looks like it. So Dolphins might be over 5-12. Okay. Next, the Baltimore Ravens, 14-3. My winning prediction is 14-3. This is gonna be good. Lamar Jackson, he gonna take his team all the way in this entire world. We got Ravens the whole signing seats. Hell, we got the whole team good out enough. And they got to get the home stretch to get a W. Yes, Lamar Jackson, they haven't been over the teams. Lamar Jackson go all the way, and he can do whatever he wants. I mean, you got to have, since the Lamar got to give what he's going to do. But it might be the gunner for anywhere else and all, but it's going to happen. Considering, you know, DeAndre Hopkins could be the next future Hall of Famer, it's probably the sixth option. Okay, DeAndre Hopkins, okay? What are you going to do with DeAndre Hopkins and Derrick Henry? They could go all the way. I mean, remember DeAndre and Derrick Henry? They've been battling on one by one. DeAndre for Houston Texans, you know what I'm talking about? If he did that, he went to Houston. DeAndre went to Titans. Maybe no, wait, the Cardinals. Yeah, I mean, it's good enough here. And the Titans, I feel likely. Well, that's good enough here. But the bad news is this. The bad news is really, really, really this. And because of that, without the kicker, Justin Tucker just got released by Tyler Loop. Tyler Loop just got drafted to the Ravens, right? And since then, it could be a great talent for them. It was that moment on that's good enough here. Tyler Loop just because it may be, just maybe, I would just say, yeah, Tyler Loop's going to be a great kicker. But not Cody Parkey or Nick Folk. My winning prediction might be 14-3. The Rams go all the way. If that's the Rams going to do, it might be the problematic. It's just going to be good. Derrick Henry going to run down the yards once again if he can do whatever he wants. If they could do it again on playoffs, that could be a rings. All right. Pittsburgh Steelers, 11-6. Might be 9-8, 11-6, or 10-6. 10-7. Okay, so our dimension might be that the new Aaron Rodgers got to be a new quarterback for him. Do you think Ravens are going to win a Super Bowl? Only way we see find out on the regular season. Only wait and see. If the Ravens could be that the answer, they might be winning the Super Bowl. That could be the question. If that the Ravens going to be in the Super Bowl, that could be the answer. That's what the answer might be, yes. If the Ravens going to win another Super Bowl, just like they did the 2001. Okay, now back to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers, the new QB quarterback, just because they want him to sign, if that's the case for him, Mike Tomlin could be a problematic if it wasn't for Mike Tomlin for his reasons, the standard and the standard. Standard is not my ass, of course. You don't know what he's talking about. And everybody got that, whoa, what is spamming? Whoa. What are you doing? What is spamming? No, spam. Whoa. What is spammer doing? Get out of here. Oh my God. They got spam all the time being. Of course, the Steelers won't be going to win it. And you know why Steelers do it? That's because they don't understand. If Aaron Rodgers, they got stunning. And we got a whole lot of signings. George Pickens just left the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you got DK Metcalf. It got DK Metcalf on the phone. What's new? Why is DK Metcalf on the Pittsburgh Steelers? Because they're going to triple double it, right? And they have a special. Oh my God. If it wasn't that, if it knew about this, for the love of God. If it wasn't for this man, Aaron Rodgers. Hello. I was about to. Aaron Rodgers is a Steeler for life. And this is how dank they can get. To the Yetimobile. Oh my God. Dear God. Why me?
Aaron's still a free agent? Honestly, I stopped caring. He's not going to move the needle for the Steelers, and the baggage he brings isn't worth the trouble. I've been over this before. Honestly, if he were going to sign, it would have been at the draft or the Pat McAfee show in Pittsburgh. Yes, I am coping with Mason Rudolph as my starter, thank you very much. Hey, that man's going to surprise you all. He's going to make American football great again. OTAs have passed and Rodgers isn't close to signing a deal. Just retire, dude. End our stint on death row and walk into the darkness. Please? You seriously had to wait 2.5 months to do this, Aaron? For fuck's sake! Rodgers dragged the Steelers on a string and got exactly what he wanted. This is embarrassing shit, man. I don't care if he's the best option we have, the baggage isn't worth it. We saw what he did the last couple of years. It wasn't good. If the tackle situation doesn't sort itself out, Myles Garrett's gonna feast. Oh god, our wide receiver 2 is gonna be Allen Lazard. Fucking kill me. They have to extend TJ then, right? The Steelers aren't gonna risk letting him walk even if it means paying him over $40 million a year. Okay, I need to cope in ways I never thought possible. Maybe there's a slight chance he can perform with no mobility. Maybe Days of Our Steelers gets canceled again. Maybe he'll finally force the organization to wipe it clean. Please, please let this not be a cancel-laden shit show. The only way this gets worse is if Arthur Smith acquires his version of crack. Is this what my team's come to? Getting raw-dogged by a 41-year-old cancer with a bad Achilles? Kenny. Oh, Kenny, what did they do to you, my man? You couldn't bear the fish on his face. Oh, I want to go so bad. Oh. To the Yinzermobile.
Ah! The ride never ends. The standard is the standard. My child, but you should have said that. What are you doing? I mean, what are you doing, my child? Like, I mean, the bullshit is real, though, but... Oh, my God, man. That might be 11-6. That might be 9-8. We'll see what happens. Cincinnati Bengals. 9-8. That could be 9-8 for me as well. And in my opinion, Joe Burrow, it could be the lesson than ever. This man could be once a lifetime here. And an all-pro Trey Henderson, that might be good enough for him. And in this case, the Bengals had a rough start last season, right? We seen this happen. It was rough. It was rough for them because let's be real. I'd seen what I saw what happened. And with that might be no win for the Bengals because this might be one hell of a show. We'll see what happens. Cleveland Browns, 3-14, right? Oh. 3-14. Shit. That's 4-13. I mean, you got division weakest credit, okay? Because this is a high profile. The Browns, however, they got Shedeur Sanders on the mark, right? And then you got Joe Flacco on that team. This is the weakest demands I've ever met. And still, the Cleveland Browns are the weakest demands on the quarterbacks. You got 2 first-round picks on a daily basis. But the Browns? Okay. All right. Houston Texans, 10-7. My chapter is it's going to be 12-7. Ross, Dub, Trey, I know you're watching this because with the new offensive coordinator, Nick Kelly is in the corner line. Because, yes, the Texans might get 12-7. Texans will win the 12-7. No, 12-6. So, my chapter is the Houston Texans might get 12-6. That's all like that. With this, the Texans will get a W. They don't get a slow start. They got a fast-paced start. They're off with a good start. Not a slow start for the Texans, but a good start. But this game, the Texans will get a W. They will make the Super Bowl. They will get another playoff win and definitely, truly and definitely might get a W. So, my objective is the Houston Texans. They will get a win. My good enough here is this. So my good enough for all of them is how the world is going to Houston Texans going to get a W. That is the question, my answer. I was going to say this. I was about to say it. The Texans will get a win. The Texans will get a W. They will need to go to the Super Bowl for not being in the Super Bowl in decades. But they need to win the playoffs. They know the Chiefs for paying referees for the type of money. But I would say it. I would just say it. The Texans need to get a job done, and they got to do something right. That's like that. Jacksonville Jaguars, 8-9. Shit. That will be a case here, but the Jaguars will be not protected defending the Bowl, but there will be shit. 7-11. 7-11. And they're not affecting the playoffs over that time. Oh no. The Jaguars made the playoffs sit over like, what is it, 22 pound material? Trevor Lawrence got to leave somewhere else, but that's the case. And you know, I don't know why the team could never get a job done if that's what happened. The rookie wide receiver and the cornerback, Travis Hunter, just to be known in Washington. I mean, you haven't been in losing and not been easy looks like. Don't know, don't care. We haven't been there, so since then I've been before. That been the fall of the Jaguars. I mean, let's be real. Doug Peterson got fired, right? So you got a new head coach, Liam Cohen. And yeah, and you got to give him time. Don't know. That might be competitive. They might be right. Or I could be wrong.
Of 9-8. Their actual record 12-5. Jaden Daniels, I'm sorry I didn't believe in you enough. And last season, let's take a look at their stats and
how in the world is going to do something? But okay, we gotta see what's going on. Tennessee Titans 5-12. Might as well draw 98. Titans, make the fucking call. It's got to know one other case about this one. A team that said a rookie quarterback, the number one pick is Cam Ward. All right. I see enough. The standard is the standard here. My ass about Tennessee Titans. Please make this pain go away because Cam Ward has been drafted a number one pick, right? And essentially, these teams don't know what to do. You don't know when to say this. I mean, the Titans have the momentum going. You know, why am I say this? You're going to give them credit. But the Tennessee Titans have it good enough. And if all 10-week bye on that season, that's what we're getting to know. Well, that's the shit we're not made of. Okay, Indianapolis Colts 4-13. There will be 3-13. Andrew Luck retired over 6 years ago. Peyton Manning retired after he left the Colts, right? Joined the Buccaneers. No, not the Buccaneers, the Broncos. This could be a problem for the Colts, right? Andrew Luck was retired, right? And you know about this one. Nobody saw what happened. Nobody seen what happened. I mean, Eddie Richardson, and who gets started quarterback? Daniel Jones? We gotta see what's going on. The Denver Broncos, 12-5. My win prediction is 12-5. Okay. I will believe. I will believe. You gotta have it special when Broncos gonna have a nice season. That's because Broncos did play great. Huh? So, well, I don't know what's going to happen. So, Bo Nix could be the winning attitude adjustment. That to be right there. I mean, Commanders versus the Broncos? That's what all the team can get. I mean, Bo Nix versus Jay Daniels? The only draft pick they get? Yo, if I was seeing any team so far with Sean Payne and Bo Nix Union, year number 2. That was year number 2. I said it going first. I said it again. The Broncos did have to been so great enough for them. That's a good margin for the team. I mean, great margin for that. Next, to get to the Chiefs, 11-6. My prediction is going to be 11-6. Okay. It's definitely going to be a playoff start for the Chiefs. My last season was happening. The Chiefs had the worst win, 11-1. They had the worst win, 11-1. But the 25 season, they gonna get to watch the Commanders on this team? I mean, wow. Just wow. And you know why? You know why the Chiefs gonna have to do something, right? And receiver-wise could be suspended, could be like to the curb. Receiver-wise might be healthy. Hardy Brown could be healthy. Isaiah Pacheco could be healthy as well. This could be happening. The Chiefs got had a little Brazil win, and I'm not joking around. They had a 15 victory last season. The last season was 11-1. They haven't won every single game from the time being. They lost to the Bowl against the Eagles. And the Chiefs, my ad, it's where they gonna battle worse. Either the good or bad. I mean, Taylor Swift is watching down there because we'll make a story about Taylor Swift because she might be watching up the rafters here. If Harry Brown double dunks the football against the... Oh my God. If he don't dunks again. If he double doinks that football, that could be the problem. I mean, that'd be your problem, Mac. I mean, you got the Chiefs doesn't know what he's gonna do. If he's gonna have a special, if he doesn't have a good time as one thing only. If this is the standard of the Kansas City Chiefs, I don't know if Travis Kelce could play one last time. If Travis Kelce could play one last time, or he can still play, I wish to say if the Chiefs could do what he have to do. That could be the last time for the Chiefs. No, the Chiefs will do that. Because Travis Kelce go play one last time upon his retire. I'd say we'll see what happens. Los Angeles Chargers. I didn't learn that Los Angeles Chargers. You don't know what I'm going to say. The Chargers did not know what's happening. What the Chargers going to do is that the case? And despite the fact Keenan has been returned. So yes, they have returned. Yay! What the fuck? But that's all right. That's all right. Chief don't know what I had to do. If that, I mean, you don't know what I'm talking about. If the Chiefs won that's bad enough here, and the Chargers don't know quit, I mean, not even. You know, I'm begging another to say this word okay. Yeah, it wasn't even enough. All in. They about to all in here. I know you get charged sitting up. They have enough. That's all. You know what a question do. You know what Chargers gonna do it. Hey bro, date for the contest. Who you think of that website preseason tonight? Okay, so it might be the Browns. The Browns, Commanders, Patriots here. That the Chiefs doing something gonna play. And of course, you gotta give it a chance. I mean, what is that? Let's do it on X. Let's do it on X. Okay. Hold on. Let me go on X. I'm gonna put on X here on preseason. Let me see. X home. I gotta get the NFL on the season. Let's see. Got the wins. Hold on. I'm gonna go to notification. All right. All right. Shit. It's on PET. Damn it. Hold on. Okay. So they got Weapon tonight. They got Indiana versus Baltimore. Okay, they got Indiana Baltimore. That's on tonight. Moving up. Okay, here it is. All right, well, you talk about Ray. You talk about during the Weapon tonight during preseason. Okay, that better tonight. So we got Colts and Ravens. Got the Bengals and Eagles. Right? We got the Raiders and the Seahawks. Then tomorrow we got the Lions and the Falcons. And you got the Browns and the Panthers. And we got the Commanders and the Patriots. Then on Saturday, on 1 p.m., we got the Giants and the Bills. And Texans and the Vikings, Cowboys and Rams, Steelers and Jaguars, Titans and Buccaneers, Jets and Packers, Chiefs and Cardinals, and wrap it up for the Saturday, we got the Broncos and the San Francisco 49ers. Then, on Sunday, August the 10th, we got the Dolphins and the Bears, and the Saints and the Chargers. And speaking of the Chargers, I don't know why the Chargers are going to win this game. But let me be real. Let's be real. I don't know why the Chargers are doing this. So, apparently, I think it's going to be how it's going to do something. Josh Lamar says Eagles going to win 2025 Super Bowl back-to-back champions. Yeah, Super Bowl back-to-back champions, I guess. You know what I'm talking about. If you know why the Chargers going to win this game.
And now no charges, no. And now no charges, no. And now no charges, no. And now no charges, no.
No Chargers, no. So, if I don't know a Chargers name, but that's a damn shame. You know what the Chargers gonna lose here.
And now no charges, no.
That's how the Chargers gonna lose like this.
And now no charges, no.
That's how the Chargers do something with Keenan Adams gonna sign.
And now no charges, no. 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 And now no charges, no.
No Chargers, no. That's how the Chargers gonna do 98. I don't know how they're gonna did it. And they lost in the playoff to get the Texans. Not because of that. And you're right. The Eagles gonna win 2 more back-to-back championships. We're gonna see what happens. The Vegas Raiders, 5-12. I say 5-12 for me as well. And you know the Raiders has I don't know the Raiders gonna win the game. Despite that, Matt Crosby is Matt Crosby has, I think Matt Crosby could do Advent Hurts. Oh, happy birthday, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, happy birthday. Whoa. Damn, happy birthday. Oh, shit. Hold on. Wait a minute. Jalen Hurts' birthday. Oh, my God. Yo. It's Jalen Hurts' birthday. It's Jalen Hurts' birthday, everyone. It's Jalen Hurts' birthday, everyone. You know what time it is.
Let me give you words, you know. That's why. Wanna be
oh my God, yo. It's Jalen Hurts' birthday, everyone. I did not know what's going to happen. But speaking of Raiders, the new head coach, Pete Carroll, just because you got a new head coach, Antonio Pierce had 2 coach seasons and he's fired. He's done. But Pete Carroll, hell, it might be going to love it. And the new quarterback, Geno Smith, and 20 quarterback after Chiney, just because they're on special here. They're going to get 5-12? No. Wrong. They're going to be, what else? 5-12? No. I think it's 5-12 for me, so. What is new? So, that makes sense. Philadelphia Eagles, 12-5. I think it'll be 12-5-12. But the Eagles go get back-to-back champions, right? I say I was corrected. My correct spot on the Eagles, they went 12-5. That's because they ain't gonna have it on the record. So they're gonna have the biggest repeat in the history with Jalen Hurts on the team and on the move. And you don't know what the question might be here. The bigger the way they go, the faster the team they get, the quicker the guys get, and it might be a straight quarter balcony might be going to run for the for the 100 yards around my hour, that'll be Eric's record. Brilliant enough, I don't know what is happening to the team. Is it good enough for him or anyone else? But the thing is, my guess is going to be 12-5. My guess is 12-5. I'm predicting 12-5 on the Eagles. While the Commanders, 10-7, might as well it's going to be 13-2. Or 12-5 or 10-7. Might be 13-2, might be 10-7, or 12-5 once again. Say had a similar run all this time, but Jaden Daniels had a good step back on this team, and the guy is good enough here. The MVP steps in 2025, but he plateaus or he suffers a slump. On the fair end, my question like Lami Tunzo and Demonson don't live at adaptation and prove just bad in the defense. And it's proved just bad, the command season could be defined the following week 12, including the Gauntlet, the Broncos, Vikings, Cowboys, and Eagles. Twice! Whew! But the win-to-win rather game stretch might be week the 4 and 8 in a season. And that might good enough for the Commanders. That was good enough for me at 13-2, 10-7, or 12-5. That's what I'm gonna win the prediction. And it's good enough for him. It will be a hellacious ride. With Dan Quinn as the head coach, that will automate it. Debo Samuel will be an intentional wrestler run, and it might be good and a chance to win it. But the thing is, we got credit to do. Von Miller has joined the Washington Commanders, and no one failed. And my Von Miller says he's going to be teams get healthy in a once in a lifetime. That's good enough for it to happen. So my purpose is this. If this were the Commanders on the run, they're going to be 13-2. Commanders going to be 10-7. Commanders go 12-5 once again. Tied with the Eagles. So the Eagles get 12-5, and the Commanders going to get 12-5. Simple as that. These guys are going all to the longest run in the history of the NFL. Let's move on. Dallas Cowboys, 9-8. They're going to be 2-15. They're almost relevant by a sell quarterback, Dak Prescott. It's a 5-4 season. But close enough, 2024 was the worst thing in their life. The Cowboys did not have the momentum. This is the case you don't know. Michael Parsons, his team, Michael Parsons, want to get out of the Cowboys and the current contractual games. That could be what happened. And also, Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, Chargers, Eagles, and Commanders. Oh my goodness. Eagles and the Commanders will destroy the Cowboys. And they're going to be 2-15. And he had it right. The Commanders going to be 1. Eagles going to be 2. Giants going to be 3. And Commanders going to be, and the Cowboys going to be in 4. They're going to be a big wolf on the team. But Brian Schottenheimer is going to be a rookie head coach. I mean, this one happened is special. This could be a bad situation for the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys is going to be a little momentum. It's also going to have spin. So, they be a murder roll of the Dallas Cowboys. They're going to be choking the regular season once again. So, yeah, that's because enough here. And Michael Parsons will be a best move. He joined the Commanders here. Will he be joining the other team here? We'll see where that Michael Parsons will be traded here. Besides Terry McLaurin. Because Terry McLaurin will request a trade. Michael Parsons will request a trade for the contract. That's what all said and done. Credit to Commanders going to be 32, 12-5, 10-7. Eagles going to be 12-5. And because that's all right for me. New York Giants, 2-15? Wrong. 11-6. A team that somehow, by coming out 3-14, this man going to lose his job. When in the NFL is going to do? They're going to have a bad situation. I mean, quarterback Russell Wilson has all the momentum, and the case you didn't know. Okay, wait. Let me see. Breaking news. Star Wars says breaking and Jahad Campbell will play tonight against the Bengals and preseason against the Eagles. Okay, that's good enough for they're starting tonight. All right. Back to the Giants. Brian Dable. He can't do nothing right what happened last season. In the fourth round at the MetLife Stadium, we just witnessed. At MetLife Stadium, they charged him for $1. $1 in MetLife Stadium. The fans is the fans. It's not good enough for what happened for. But Russell Wilson joining the Giants after he left the Steelers. You gotta say this one. Abdul Carter, the rookie quarterback, Malik Neighbors is a corner wide receiver, and Andrew Thomas is a line tackle. So, my suggest is this. When that case, what the Giants had to do, and in my opinion, let me tell you what Tom Cross had to say. If he wasn't right, he was right about this. And he was right about what case in that team? I'm thinking the Lions. I think the Lions had to do. Let me see. Oh, let's go ahead and find out. I'm just gonna see what's that. Tom Crosby will have the answer. They'll put out the empty East winning.
So we all know who's going to win this division, right? The Giants.
Wrong. The Giants might be 11-6.
You guys have to create a diversion.
What do you want me to do? Dress and drag and do the hula? Ah, yeah.
Storm last season. Jaden Daniels looking better than advertised as that team who came into last season with a defense which I storm last season. Let's find out. Starting off with the Washington Commanders. Commanders taking everybody by storm last season. Jaden Daniels looking better than advertised as that team who came into last season with a defense which I was very, very concerned about. Who knows how the run game was going to look like? Let's talk about that offensive line, one of the worst in football. And somehow, some way, they put it all together and not only made it to the postseason, but made it to the NFC Championship game. And I gotta say, I was not anticipating that because last year I had them with a floor of 5-12 and a ceiling of 9-8. Their actual record, 12-5.
So my prediction will be 12-5. My team will be 13-2. My prediction will be 10-7. And if my opinion, Terry McLaurin will cut to the trade, that's because the answer I had to do so. Let's see what happens.
Jaden Daniels, I'm sorry I didn't believe in you enough.
Yeah, me too, Jane Davis. We didn't believe you because you make us to believe. But we didn't know about that, my man.
And last season, let's take a look at their stats and how they were able to be so successful because a lot of it came from the offense. They were...
Look at this. Look at what happened to NFC East here. They have fifth on points PPG. Worst off for third. Pass offense by 17. That was crazy enough for them.
Were fifth in points per game scored on offense. They had the third best rushing attack in the NFL, and they were 17th in passing offense. And so the ability to run the football, not only with their running backs, but of course with their mobile quarterback as well, Jaden Daniels, they were able to put up points. And this was really apparent in the postseason when they went toe-to-toe with the Detroit Lions, who had a phenomenal scoring offense. And taking a look at the defense, points per game allowed.
Look at this. Points per game by 18. Rush defense on 30. Pass defense on third. I mean, give credit due for the Commanders anyway, but these teams are really hard to get.
They were 18th. They had the 30th worst rushing defense, which is not great, but they had the third best passing defense, and so they were able to lock things down in the secondary, and so while they weren't able to really stop the run, it didn't matter.
That was one of the worst 30 rush defense. That's one of the worst idea ever. They need to work on that one because these guys need to put some work. I mean, long-term Sean has got to do something, but Von Miller got to get his team together.
Because not only were they able to control things in the backfield, but on top of that, they were able to score points at will. And taking a look at the Commanders heading into this offseason, not only did they have the surprise season that was last year, and I'm so glad that Dan Snyder has absolutely nothing to do with it, but on top of that,
and you can see we got a key addition. We got Trey Amos, Josh Corney Jr., Michael Gallup, left the Cowboys, Matt Gay, who joined the Commanders. He left the Buccaneers. Java Jones, Devon Kinlaw left the Jets. Jay Lane, for wide receiver. Deebo Samuel left the 49ers. And Lauren Tunsil left the Texans as well. And the keeper strategists, Java Allen, Diami Brown, Jeremy Sweet Chain Music, S. Dante Farrell Jr., and Benjamin St. Jude, BSJ.
They had a whole bunch of money to spend. They went and made a big trade with the Texans for Laramie Tunsil. They got Deebo Samuel, who I have talked about, doesn't really do anything for me. They also added to the defensive line, and they continued adding to the trenches with Connor Lee Jr., their first overall pick, and they added to their secondary with Trey Amos, who I absolutely love that pick. And so,
Tom, don't forget about Von Miller. He is one of the greats.
now, Commanders fans are kind of in a weird spot, right? There is this joyous celebration that, oh man, not only is Dan Snyder gone, but our team is good, and now we have guys like Von Miller who are coming to chase a ring with us?
What?
We live in crazy times. And taking a look at their schedule, they definitely don't have an easy go of things. They're going to have to go up against teams besides their division, like the Cowboys and the Eagles, who I think are going to be pretty competitive this year. On top of that, the Giants should have a pretty good defense, but they got to go up once again against the Lions. They got to go against...
Look at this. They will get the revenge. Look at the Bears. They can get the revenge on October 13th. The team is really good. Shit. That could be arranged for them, but I don't know why. They're going to name for themselves. They're going to play again.
It's the Broncos, who should have a very good defense. They got the Pack.
And then 27, the Chiefs. Look.
The Falcons should be competitive. They got the Chargers. They got the Chiefs. And oh yeah, they got to play the Eagles twice a freaking fracking year. So
yes,
it is definitely not going to be a walk in the park. And considering that teams now have more tape on Jaden Daniels, I imagine it's going to be difficult to get back to the level of success that they had last year. I'm not going to say it's a sophomore slump, but based off their opponents, the division that they're in, I don't think it's going to be as easy to get back to that title game as it was last year. Not saying it was easy, but that Hail Mary against the Bears definitely did help. And so with all that being said, I expect the offense to still be pretty damn good if they can continue to have a good run game, as long as they pay Scary Terry. Looking at you, Washington. They should be pretty good. Scary Terry requested a trade? Their floor I have at 9-8, and their ceiling I have around 12-5. So I have them finishing.
Okay, so 12-5, and 8. 12-5, and then
where they did last year at the very best, and a floor of 9-8, which I think is very respectable. I still think that they are going to be a winning football team, even though some of these opponents are going to be tough, because, hey, if they could even split within their division against the Eagles and the Cowboys, I think they will be in good shape, and hell, they are going to be tested before they even get out of the NFC East. Then you got the reigning, defending Super Bowl champs, who are not the Kansas City Chiefs. It's the Philadelphia frackin' Eagles. And the Eagles, I had a good feeling about the Eagles last year, but boy, oh boy, I did not realize that they were going to go this far. Last year, I had them having a 9-8 floor and a 13-4 ceiling, and they're like, nay, we're going to go 14-3. The extra win is against your Packers, and I think it was personal. Just like this year's game is going to be very personal because the whole tush push ban thing. Sorry. But the Eagles were extraordinary last year. You look at that secondary, it was so freaking good. They hit a home run in the draft. Saquon Barkley just being a monster. Jalen Hurts being clutch as hell throughout that postseason. And listen, it was a rocky start to start the season. I remember when Eagles fans wanted Nick Sirianni to get fired. I remember. But taking a look at their stats from last year, they were 7th in points per game scored. They had the second best rush attack in the NFL, and they were 29th in passing. And a lot of people got on Jalen Hurts because of this. And listen, there were times like...
Look, man, I don't know why the Pats offense, they need to work on this one on this season. But the Pats offense and the rush offense here and the points per game was 7. That's what the rush offense was. The rush offense might be a tush push for them. Let's see how it works out on 2025 season. We'll see what happens.
Last year where he was inconsistent and he wasn't necessarily winning them football games. But I got to say this with the biggest, who cares? Who cares? Jalen Hurts has proven himself to be a good quarterback. If you don't think so, I don't know what game we're watching because it's obviously not the same. But the fact that he has such a talented roster around him, he has an amazing offensive line, he has great receivers, he has a good running back. Okay, great. He's in a great position. But Jalen Hurts has come through many, many times, including last year, to show that he could definitely be the guy. And their defense, well, that didn't hurt either. They had the second best defense in terms of points per game allowed, the 10th best run defense, and they were number 1 in pass defense.
Wow. So they got pass defense on number 1. 10, it will be the... Oh, wait. So Kim could be ready week 1? Okay, that may be we wrong back to the start system. Okay, so points per game will be second. One defense on 10th, and that will be the pass defense on the first. So we got to get the...
Looking at Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, good God, they were so good last year. Yes, I am jealous that you have them. Please give them to me.
Give me that.
Now, taking a look at what they did in free agency, they lost a few guys. Of course, they lost Williams and Sweat. However, they did draft another athletic monster in Campbell. And on top of that, I think their depth at defensive line is so damn good. I'm very curious to see what Nolan Smith is actually going to be able to do this year, especially if he is healthy. And so taking a look at the Philadelphia Eagles, they are the monster on a lot of teams' lists, right? When I'm talking about tough teams that other opponents are playing, the Eagles, if they're on that list, they are always circled because... Let's be honest, we know who runs this division.
I like sitting next to you, Sean. It makes me look so tough.
But besides their divisional opponents, they're going up against the Rams, Broncos, and Lions at home. On top of that, there are away games against the Chiefs, the Buccaneers, the Packers, the Chargers, the Bills. These are going to be some pretty damn tough games. Winning the division usually gives you the toughest schedule within the division, unless you're the New Jersey Giants. And here... it is the exact same. So I could actually see them struggling against a few of these teams because there are some Super Bowl contenders on this list. So I think if everything goes wrong, I still think they're around a 10-7 record as their floor. Losing 7 games, I feel like it feels like a lot, especially because I'm still used to the 9-7 format of how teams would be if they lost 7 games. But here, they have that many good quality opponents, and if they split with a team like the Commanders or the Cowboys, it's going to be a little bit difficult. However, I have their ceiling at 13-4 once again. I think that their offense is still really good. They have one of the best lines in football. I mentioned all the weapons that they had, Saquon Barkley coming back, and even though they lost some guys along the defensive line, that secondary should still be really, really good, and they have enough depth, I think, will make up for it. So because of that, I still think the Eagles are going to be the team to beat in the NFC, and may God help us all. Then this is going to get interesting. You got the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys. See, this is a little bit tough because it's tough to judge them because Dak Prescott obviously got hurt last year, so he didn't play the full season. But taking a look at where I had them last year, I had a 9-8 floor and an 11-6 ceiling. They actually went 7-10. Now, did they lose some games with Dak Prescott? Absolutely they did. CeeDee Lamb still putting up some pretty good numbers, but it's really difficult to really grade them considering they lost their franchise quarterback during the season. So I'm not going to hold it too much against them. However, we need to talk about what they've done in this offseason. They always have a problem with. They got to go against the Chiefs at home, the Vikings if they're any good with J.J. McCarthy.
Oh my goodness. And you can see what they don't do. And the Eagles going to play against or kick off this first week of the season. It was going to be bad to worse. So now, I don't know what's going to happen.
Chargers, and taking a look at their away games, it's a little bit easier, but they got to go against the Broncos and the Lions, who are going to be a problem, I think, at least on defense for the Broncos, and it's always very difficult to play in Colorado. And the Lions, well, they're a good team as long as their offensive linemen are actually eligible. So, looking at the Cowboys this year, I think that offense should be pretty damn good. It's just going to be a matter of, are they going to 4 of 8 and 9 if everything goes wrong. Schottenheimer, like I said, not proven as a head coach at all, and there are still some concerns about that defense and that running game that I can't shake. I have them having a ceiling of 11-6. So I still think that they could do a pretty nice job this season. I still think they could be playoff contenders, and if guys can contribute early like Ezeraku or George Pickens, this team really could be good and they can score at will. There's a lot of ifs, buts, and maybes, but listen, you're not a Cowboys fan if you don't think this year is your year.
You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
And finally, you got the New Jersey Giants. The Giants. Giants fans are just trying to prepare themselves and really take in the fact that Russell Wilson is likely to be their starting quarterback to start the season.
I don't have a headache. I'm just preparing.
Let's ride.
I'm so very sorry. And last year did not go great. I had them having a 4-13 floor with an 8-9 ceiling. Turns out they were even worse. They went 3-14. And honestly, I don't even think the record is the worst thing. The worst thing is that you had to watch Saquon Barkley go to the Philadelphia Eagles, see that played out on Hard Knocks, and then ultimately win a Super Bowl with your division rival. I think that was absolutely worse. And taking a look at the Giants, what they did in this offseason.
Oh, Lord. The key additions are Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. And Jackson Dart has been drafted here. This could be the problematic on the team.
They have been a bit busy. They have added to that secondary with Holland, and they've done a nice job of rebuilding that secondary a bit. It was a bright spot last year. They also got Golston on the line, and on top of that, of course, with their draft. They drafted Abdul Carter, who I am super excited to actually see. They drafted Scatabo to try and get a running game back, and of course, they also drafted Jackson Dart. So, their quarterback room is very, very interesting, and there's a lot of room for improvement for where they were last season. Last year on offense, they were the second worst team in the league in terms of points scored per game. They were 31st. They ranked 23rd in rushing attack and 28th in passing attack. So it can't really get much worse. Technically, you go down to 32, but yeah, you shouldn't want to do that. Then on defense, they were 21st in points allowed per game. They were 27th in run defense, and they were 8th in passing defense.
That could be a problematic. If you wanted these teams going on, they have a bad day here. Look at the schedule.
49ers are any good. The Packers, the Vikings could be pretty good. And then all their division rivals. They do not have a good home schedule. Then you look at away, they got to go against the Broncos. They got to go face the Lions. And they have some other teams that maybe they'll be able to win against. But it is going to be a potentially rough season, especially if none of their quarterbacks wind up.
John's going to have a worse season. Is that the... Am I wrong? The Giants go have 2-15. No. The Giants go at 11-6. And in my opinion, the Cowboys go get 2-15. on a win project. That's what I gotta say.
Up working out. So, all of that being said, I have their floor pretty damn low at 5-12. I do think that defense could cause enough problems that they're just a pain in the ass for other teams, and that might be able to sneak away a few wins, even if they're not scoring a ton of points. And their ceiling, I have up at 8-9. I'd be a little bit surprised if they were able to get a winning record or to win about 9 games. I think 8 games is right around where I think they're gonna be, but if their defense is able to take some major strides and their offense is doing pretty well besides just the quarterback position, they might be in position to actually draft a QB next year if needed. And so because of that, while I don't think it's going to be a very good season for the Giants, not just because of the roster, but also because of the quality of their opponents and the division that they're in, yeah, I'm just sorry. I got nothing else. I'm just sorry, Giants fans. And so if things play out the way that I predicted, number 1, you'd have the Eagles, 2, the Commanders, 3, the Cowboys, and 4, the Giants. But
Let me I'm going to choose one of these 3 teams. You got the Eagles, I got the Eagles, Commanders, and the Giants. Or I get the Commanders, Eagles, and Giants. Those are my top 3 after each prediction. So they could do it every once. I think I do it here. So Tom, wait. CJG? Pray for CJG. What did you spend CJG for? Is he hurt? I think he's hurt. I think CJ Garner Jr. Wait a minute. Wait, CJ Garner Jr.? You talking about CJ Garner Jr., right? Okay, that's good enough. So, Tom, let's talk about your team on the NFC North. The Green Bay Packers. 12-5. My guess will be 10-7. So let's talk about Jordan Love, okay? Jordan Love, he is one of the good quarterbacks I've ever seen. But I think Jordan Love will remain healthy on his team. If he could do it, he got to get him run. If he can run the football and he can do it how he wants to do it, it just got to be good enough. So my projected win will be 10-7. Might be 12-5. If that's the case, I'm right. If I'm right, that may be 10-7. So yes, let's go get it. Detroit Lions, 11-6. Will be, I think 11-6 well. Okay, the Detroit Lions, without their coordinators, my winning prediction is 11-6. Okay, without the coordinators, Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, they have nothing to do about it. Because Dan Campbell is going to need another coordinator to go and win it. And Aiden Hutchinson will be back on his injury, and he'll make a comeback of the year of 2025 season. And in case you don't know, Aiden Hutchinson was definitely got injured, was brutal injured, before I pray for him. I pray for Aiden Hutchinson will be back for this next season, and he needed a choke on the defense. He gonna bring it back to the home of Detroit. So 6 games on the road, 6 games might be on home. That's all I gotta say here. And without the coordinators with Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson, that's all I've been finding out. All right, next, the Minnesota Vikings. And when I hear Minnesota, you will hear to say a true word about Minnesota Vikings. And you got to hit income Danny Dimes. Oh my God. Are you serious? Daniel Jones joined the course. Are you kidding me? Okay, back to the Vikings. J.D. McCarthy, who lost his entire rookie season with the injury, right? And watched Sam Darnold blossom into the pro football in his career. But Jaden McCarthy has lost his way in his rookie season, okay? But Jaden came back in his season, in his prime. That's because we're going to do happen. Vikings, mama ad, into the don't know what he's going to do, right? And so far ahead, this team's going to have a good enough here. Vikings did a lot of hard work for last season at the playoffs, but then their time comes short. Sam Darnold went to the Seattle. They went to Seattle Seahawks. And more importantly, Jordan Addison during the 3-game season suspension, and he's going to start the season. I don't know what's going to happen to the Vikings. That could be a range of 98. My win prediction will be 98. That's all right. That's all right. Chicago Bears, 7-10. My win predicting will be 7-10 as well. This is going to be the disastrous 2024 campaign. And they're going to be enough disasters on 2025 season campaign. With Ben Johnson, a new head coach. Matthew, who's made a terrible coaching job. He didn't call timeout. He didn't coach a play. He didn't coach a season. So the Bears might be able to finish 8 opponents before they made the playoffs for last season. And the difficulty that was, they'll have a rematch clause against the Commanders on this time of season. They lost by a Hail Mary touchdown by Washington. And why did Washington make a Hail Mary touchdown? Because the dumbass Tyreek Stevenson. No. Let me bring it back to you. I'm going to bring it back. Let me bring it back to the last season. Watch what I saw with Tyreek Stevenson is such a dumbass. Watch. Oh my God. If it wasn't for Tyreek Stevenson, Week 8. My God, I can't stand.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Chicago Bears. Woo, woo. Clitoris alert, clitoris alert. Woo, woo. Clitoris alert, clitoris alert. Woo, woo, woo. Dumbass of the year. Tyreek Stevenson was over here taunting Commanders fans while the play was going on. And then to make matters worse, not only was it his man who ended up catching the damn pass for the score, it's his dumbass who ricocheted right into his hands, looking like he was on the road to glory as a 1-star recruit straight out of NCAA, getting cooked on national television for real.
There are no olives here. There are no olives here. Bring out the olives.
Bears fans was in the stands gloating. Seth Rollins was celebrating as if he just won the WWE Championship. And mere seconds later, nothing but heartbreak.
I'm gonna kill myself!
And none of this would have happened if that dunce bucket didn't waste his time going back and forth with fans when it was his man he was supposed to be guarding. You see, this is why we always say the game ain't over till it hits 000, but this nincompoop figured, well, a Hail Mary won't never happen.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
And now look at you, looking stupid. I know when he was on the car ride home, he was like...
You ain't ready, baby. You ain't ready. You ain't ready. Hey, this is our house, baby. This is our house, baby. Hey, let's do it. He said you're not ready. He said you're not ready. He said you're not ready. Let it up, baby. Let it up.
Your dumbass wanted to go back and forth with fans, make bets on the sidelines during games, and it was your dumbass who got exposed in front of the entire globe. I bet growing up you had the same classroom and classmates K through 8. You probably thought you could download a car on LimeWire.com. You the type of dumbass to think a PS5 is a PS3 and PS2 take together. Bear fans were celebrating, setting up their post-game plans, but due to Stevenson's dumbass, now they all in the stands looking.
Oh my God! If Tyreek Stevens does that shit again, if that happens, and you're right, that city Garner from the Texans. Oh yeah, you're right. He's from the Texans because he definitely got injured. But if Tyreek Stevens does that again, I'll be pissed. And this is what happens. And I'm sick. The Bears fans would have thought they were and let him off the hook. They let him off the hook. What was it again? If that would happen last season, the dumbass, what we just saw, was the gritty missed catch. I want to feel it to see what happened to one of the biggest dumb in the season. Watch what happened. If none of this was this dumbass. Week 13. Here he is. This time it made me crash out. Oh, what the fuck? No, this.
Gonna have to take a sack. But Tampa's in trouble. Woo woo! Clitoris alert! Clitoris alert! Woo woo! Clitoris alert! Clitoris alert! Woo woo woo!
Young woman done say he did the gritty. It is been your week. I mean, the Bears we thought they were, and did the gritty. Are you joking? Wow. I mean, that's wow. That's wow. I mean, it did happen again for the disastrous season. The Bears were dog.
If you ever wondered why the Bears are the clowns of the NFC North, look no further. Let's go piece by piece. Put it in slow motion. He's got to step on the defender. Mans is raising the roof instead of trying to find the damn football, bro. What are you doing? Legitimately, if he just kept running in stride, the football would have landed in the breadbasket. He wouldn't have scored. The Bears would have still lost the game because he would have probably been down at the 3-yard line. But why are you emoting when the game is on the line? This the type of conclusion to a football game that makes you want to turn to hard drugs. If I was a Bears fan, I would be hard-pressed to imagine that I wouldn't consider snorting some
14 grams of crack.
He's gotta go.
Well, he did. They gotta go. But in case you didn't know about that, I said the Bears who had thought they were, and let them off the hook. That's because they seen shit. I don't know what the Bears thinking. Is this gonna be the disastrous season on 2025? This could be the disaster for them. I mean, seriously, real though. This is a terrible season for the Bears, and if that's the case you didn't find out, they will never got off the hook. Okay, moving to NFC South. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 9-8. Once again, my predicted win will be 9-8. I was so blinded with the Buccaneers. If that because Baker Mayfield is baking and cooking some cookies, some chocolate chip cookies, some some apple pies, and my goodness, if the Bucks gotta give it here, but Tristan Wirfs had arguably the best player on the defense. Anytime we just see this one, and it'd be a rocky start for the team. They didn't make the playoffs on 2024. Was so close. Tampa Bay could be finished over the Commanders on the wild card because it was not even that close. And if that's the case, you did not know. It didn't forget. Buccaneers have not pretty good momentum. If it wasn't for this team, I am roughly so would have happened. I'm definitely roughly so. If it wasn't for the Bucks, if it wasn't for Tampa Bay, had so many butter injuries, Mike Evans could be never get hurt. I want Mike Evans to be healthy. Even Chris Godwin was definitely got badly injured on purposes. But Godwin, however, the team does not have the gut to say to himself, well, what's what happened? Panthers 8-9. Mine will be 98. 98, 8-9, or maybe 10-7. Bryce Young and the rest of the team got off the mat. And a series I get, and Terry McKinnon, one of the most club-winning first rounders. Even the offense in 2025 had the good enough in reasons. But in case you don't know what Panthers thinking were the worst teams in 2023, that's the one of the worst. Yeah. And 2024 might be a guy off the rocky start. Panthers got a little rocky start. Any team that look fine. And it seems that they, for all purposes, and the story between the Panthers and Bryce Young, they needed something else. If they don't, he needed to put the fries in the bag. It was that moment. And the Panthers won't face the 24 playoffs, will not be shared with his team, can never give him no don't. I am slaying that the team fall. But whoa, what was that on the? Whoa, what's happening? Let me see. Okay, let me see. Well, Sean Slater to miss 2025 season as sustained torn patella tendon in practice. Oh, damn. Well, Chargers got cooked. Well, Chargers got cooked. It's over. It's over. Oh, what's up, AJ? You followed? That's good enough. What's up? What is happening? What is happening, Asen? 666 866 66. What is happening? All right. So, Panthers is going here. What about you, chilling? How about you? Doing some predicted wins on NFL season. So I'm pretty good to see the predicted. And oh damn, he's got hurt. Oh. So the Minnesota got banned for them. That's bad for the Ravens. Oh, touchdown Bengals. What is his name? Bilal Cohn? Oh, that's hurt. That's painful. So, the Panthers won't be 9-8, and that's because we're going to have to start off. Falcons, 7-10. My winning prediction might be 7-10. It might be winning prediction to 9-8. 7-10 or 98. That's a good question. I had to say this one. So, Michael Penix Jr. will be starting the quarterback. Kirk Cousins will be battle testing the quarterback number 2. I don't know who's going to blame themselves because Raheem Morris didn't call time out. He played the games. Yes, I played the games. I played the Warriors. I played some Call of Duty. Go to the SEMA. And more of the games. That's it. I played GTA as well too. Okay. Back to the Falcons. I'm sick and tired of Raheem Morris. What about man? Yeah, I do play man as well. I play man as I do so. Raheem Morris never called timeout. He didn't call timeout for what he did against the Commanders and the Panthers for all purposes. But Kirk Cousins did not get about testing, but he's the quarterback number 2. But Michael Penix going to start quarterback number 1, it might be a bad time for them. Let me show you something. If Raheem Morris didn't call timeout for one occasion, the clock man said did not have to do it. Raheem Morris, do something. Call timeout. You've been standing around here doing nothing. Are you much of a... Are you that much of... Man, let me call this up. Let me call it. I'm going to go throw Raheem Morris. Raheem, listen to me. Listen, I tell you something. No record. Stop. Raheem, listen to me. Listen carefully. I was never bent for all purposes. You've been at the last 4 postseason squad for last season. And you lost to one of the Commanders on week 17. Then you lost the Panthers in the final season finale regular season on 2024. Are you must? Are you that stupid or are you that dumb? Come on, man. Call timeout. You must got to give. Let me start week 17. If this man did call timeout, this man did call timeout. Let me read this one. I'm going to show you something.
I dropped it. Fumbles the football. They're able to recover it, but they punt again. We're watching the final. This city would waste. But Bo picks as the pass is intercepted by Cincinnati. The Vikings got 12 on. The Packers cut on cute. When you're trailing by 7 in the game, you need to win, stupid. The Chicago Niners win is gonna clinch the NFC West for the Rams. Woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo woo.
Uh-oh, retard alert, class.
Coach! In the first half, you held on to 3 timeouts for what reason? And then here in the second, you do it again. You think you're King Tut? You can't take the timeouts with you, dumbass. It's one thing for the rookie quarterback not to call a timeout, because for all intents and purposes, he would probably not know any better. But you're a fucking head coach. Call timeout.
Is the man retarded?
By the way, if you were curious how stupid Raheem Morris just... into the extra period. Joe Burrow over the Jaceki to move. Your defense is tired. Are you going to use a timeout?
That doesn't work for me, brother.
Nah, I don't really feel like it.
3rd and long, Broncos need a stop, and they would get it. Back-to-back plays. Joe doomed your defense as well. There's literally no excuse. People who've never watched football nor understand the game would have called a timeout. You've been on sidelines for 20 years, and you don't understand situational football? The scam is in.
Why not add your camera into it? Because I borrowed the cool art stuff. I might have showed you some. I might have showed you some. That could be a Saturday for the Falcons. They're gonna be 9-8. But whatever that case may be, New Orleans Saints 2-15, and it might be shit. They're gonna be 2-15 to me. Here's the thing: the New Orleans Saints themselves on the trade deadline. If a whole time here, Archie Man winds back up here, this is what's going to happen. If the Saints do something about this one, I would say this won't happen. The Saints aren't going to do nothing. They're not going to do nothing right. But the thing is, it was a terrible season for them for the guys. All right, moving on. The NFC West. So the 49ers, they kicked Debo out here of the Commanders. But the thing is, for the Saints, the 4 thing happened before, we got a Quentin McCaffrey, Trent Williams, and Brandon Ayuk. And Brandon Ayuk will not be ready until his week started. If he could do whatever he wants, hell, I say you gotta do. For all the purposes, this man's thinking in one half special. One half of the team could be at least worse. But last year, San Francisco made on the slight ankle sprain. Here we back to the regular season week 1. Okay, so let's start with this one. Even Quentin McCaffrey, that's how white men work the football. I can't forget with the San Francisco 49ers. So why the New Orleans Saints don't do? You don't know what happened, don't it? Okay. So now, Brandon Ayuk could be ready. He's not ready yet. For week 1, he'll be back on week 2. Moving on. The Los Angeles Rams, 11-6. My winning pick would be 11-6 as well. So, again, Rams. Basically, Matthew Stafford might be good catches for him, but this gonna be his last time. Matthew Stafford's gonna be his last time with his quarterback. 9-8. My win prediction with me 9-8, 4-13. My or 10-7. They went know about this. Last season was 8-9. I mean, the Cardinals did some pretty darn good here, but they picked him up if he could do what the hell he wants. But the Cardinals have the momentum here, so he had a good enough here. But the head coach, John again, for the first year, quite admitted for the last season. So why the Cardinals going to do what they had to do in special? Well, that's because they didn't reach the playoffs from last season. All right, so let's move on here. Seattle Seahawks, 9-8. Shit. 9-8. 8-9. That's my winning pick right there. So, a tiebreaker with Carlton Peterborough last season. There might be no Rangers is, but the thing you know about Sam Darnold is the new quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks. And it's all the receiver that Cooper Kupp traded over DK Metcalf to the Steelers. So, the Seahawks had a good enough here, but the second-year head coach was Mike McDonald and GM John Snyder. So, what is next? Look at Daniel Jones. Look at Daniel Jones. He passed it on the way and then he dropped it. This man think he's... Why you signed him? Why you signed this man? Why? Moving on. Seahawks gonna be 8-9. That's my win pick on the purposes. I don't know what's gonna do, what's gonna happen. They have not a lot of momentum. They're not good enough here. So what they're gonna do right now? I don't know what's going to happen, but that's the case. You don't know what happens. And if you know what the Seahawks going to do, that's fine by me. That's fine by me. All right, let's gotta do what this happen. 8-9. So on our playoff pick. I got Commanders, Eagles, the Giants to win it. Buccaneers, the line. Yes. And Packers. 49ers and the so they might be a Super Bowl champion. The Ravens might be a Super Bowl champion. Okay, not good enough. No. They're not gonna be Super Bowl champion. No. They're not going to do that. No. They're not going to win that. So now, if the Eagles are NFC East Championship, that might be well. If the Commanders on the NFC East champion, we'll see what happens. If the Lions, NFC North champions, that's good enough here. 49ers, NFC West champions. Might be the Rams, NFC West championship. Bucks, South champion. Let's see what's going down. If my corrections, if this were correct, if this I think Ravens gonna be AFC North champions. Both Bills were AFC East champions. Chiefs might be AFC West champions. Might as well. Okay, so the Houston Texans might be gonna be the AFC South champions. So they're good enough. All right. We'll see what happens. Look at this here. They don't know what they're doing. They're not gonna win the game. Okay, so now they made a complete schedule here. If my digits are correct, if prayer predictor, I think a prayer predictor might be the answer. So This is gonna be in the fail for me. If that's the case, no. What's Kitty out there? I'm gonna see. That's not it. So 2025 might be. New Bay might go make the playoffs, so that's makes enough. The best sleeper here. Jets, they ain't going to be best sleeper. If that's the case, what's going to happen? I hope they can win this one. So my opinion is what's going to happen this season. 2025 will be there, and I'm pretty sure we will see. They're going to mark the floor easy on that because I think the Commanders and Eagles could do it. They might be well. But the Eagles with NFC East champions, it might be the Commanders with NFC East championships. I maybe will choose one of them. Be one level to one of the same. Oh yeah, and I didn't know why if y'all know the news, and I know y'all heard the news about Jay Carter until he puts his fitness. And Triple says, I know Jay Carter isn't ready. Some players that Power Rangers, the case that was a star reports, and I knew the fact after winning the Queen of the Rain tournament, Jay Carter blew it in a war time after someone get to the drive, and it's in the middle of the sort of Madeline was in there. Oh man. I mean, if Jay Carter will show up on Friday SmackDown, I hope they can have. If she could be a puss, it's finished. Then she's not ready. So there you go here. I got the Eagles, Commanders, Ravens, Chiefs, Texans, Lions, 49ers, Giants, Rams, Packers. So there you go. That's my playoff prediction here. And my answer is predicting will be about two choices. Eagles, Commanders, and Giants. Or Commanders, Eagles, or Giants. So that's my three of the choosings. So I'll be choosing one of the East playoff predicting winners. So there you go. I'm hope and pray that Russell Wilson will do this. he will make it all the way here. Patrick Mahomes will gotta focus on not getting the PSD. Not that we're losing, but it can't happen. The ceiling will be 90. The floor will be 98, and the ceiling, this ceiling right up there, this ceiling will be 25, so it'll be 13-2. 25, 32, 10-7. That's what's going to be my winning pick on the Commanders. 12-5, 13-2 on my Eagles side. That's only going to be good enough. If this is my win prediction, if the Eagles will take care of business, that's going to love it. Oh, Eddie Wilson, AR5 injured his finger. Even over time. Oh, damn. Kyle and Michael Wynn left practice early and Hobie to have a knee. And running back Jordan James, the Boca Fan with undergo surgery, he'll be out for a couple of weeks. Damn, I did not see it coming. Well, the 49ers will be cooked. So, Tomlin gives update on the stars for Saturday. And Rodgers and the underdog will not play Saturday against the Jaguars on preseason. Okay, that's not good for them, but at the same time, it didn't left. Dart will play Saturday. Shadow will play Saturday, get the Bills. So, yeah. I guess that's what's gonna be, that the teams were so far ahead. It did the one thing at a time. It's only hope. It's the only hope the team so far ahead in the God's world. And Jennifer will play Saturday well too against the Packers. Oh my God. Oh my God. So who would have thought? Who would have thought if the team's gonna do something about this? That's what my answer to take. I guess what they're gonna do. So I'm praying now about this one. I hope and pray it's either guard will be no current update this time. I pray for CJ Garner Johnson will be back on his feet. So yes, I am completely done for the stream here for this time of day, and I'm pretty sure we'll see what happens before the predictions. Right? If my prediction correct, between the Commanders and the Eagles, these two teams going at it. My ad, I will show what's going to happen in the specials. I'm pretty sure I'm watching the stream today. The regular season will be up in March. The preseason will be starting on this current day. If it move up, we'll see what happens. Put it on the stream, hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And make sure to notify the bell. Don't miss the channels here. And follow me on Twitch on this stream. You do not want to miss it on that remarkable stream. And you don't want to miss anytime soon all the purpose around here. And yes, we'll be back next week. Once we move to the new beginning of the house. This is gonna be my new space on my new channel of the new season. Alright, so apparently my projected wins is gonna be on the mark. If Tom Cruise is right, if I'm right, we'll see what happens. Kenny Chris signing off the DMV at Home My Nugget Studio. So I'll be seeing you guys next time. And I'll be seeing y'all when I see you. Peace, one love, and I am out. It's time for me to roll credits. See ya.
disappear, reappear, and come back as a rhyme to ride on the bass line. I make it clear for all you whack MCs. You'll get burnt and turned at 1,000,000 degrees of Celsius and Fahrenheit. Fuck a fair fight, I'm upset. I bust a nigga ass in jet, cause that's the tip I'm on. My temperature's warm, I move the crowd like rock him or hot Teflon, one or the other. Word to my mother and my grandparents. Style is transparent, causing mad panic for the sleep stats. Supernatural, larger than life, and mad tripe when exposed to the night. And all you silly bitches, I let you know I do without you. I go home, smoke a blunt, jack my dick and think about you. Is it clear?
Crystal clear through the atmosphere, yo. From start to finish, we keep it crystal clear. Crystal clear like the jewels she wear, yo. From start to finish, we keep it crystal clear. Crystal clear through the atmosphere, yo. From start to finish, we keep it crystal clear. Crystal clear through the atmosphere, yo. The sleeve represents to keep it crystal clear.
My rap style generates watch through your knots. As a kid, I played with MC styles up in my sandbox. So when I stand, you should all salute. I get snatched out your fatigue suits and your tin boots with crystal clear thought like spring water from the mountains. Now I'm flowing through your water fountains. Contaminated thoughts cut your life support short when I stalk the chambers in the realms of the dark. MCs will sway and get lost because my park is Jurassic. Trapped in the madman thoughts and can't manage. My crew's doing damage like Sylvester and Wesley try to test me. Get thrown back up in the beast's belly. I do an investigation on your crew and move crowds through meditation with the guard penetration. Evaluations are being made while niggas is being played. The street corners are being sprayed by Tech 9s and grenades. Yo, I change like Bruce Panda with my juice to Tropicana. I came to get loose and set the pace like Indiana. MCs get nervous when I'm summoned to the surface. Rip a shoulder and I bounce just like the shocking through your power circuits. Did I make it crystal clear what I do when I come through? Cruise on tracks in black tennis shoes, is it clear?
Yo, they ain't ready for it, but we gon' take it off the top like this. Now I only see in fear. Commence to lay rhymes, every word crystal clear. Nike Revolutions, Air Max I used to wear, but now I prepare. See a good friend switch, playing brothers for some coke-ins. Fighting the feeling, only led to the revealing of my niggas drug craving. Matter of fact, it had him slaving. Once the mama's boy, now he's out misbehaving. I told him ain't nobody gonna save him but self. Left the nigga at the crib, he tried to find all my wealth, it was completed. And 520 bills was deleted. Nevertheless, temperatures was getting heated, now I make it crystal clear when things come to pass. Never trust a brother that'll tear his own ass for cash. He could've asked, but no stole my stash. So now when I see him, that brother got the dash. It's that hash that he's smoking, thinking that he's clever with tricks like a magician. Fooling my intuition, keep dreaming. We still steam blunts, table dancers by stunts. And that honey that you got, niggas want it for fronts. But don't front, if I see you, I serve you as potential. Keep it crystal clear, cause you got no credentials. I ain't forget nothing. Yo, crystal clear through the atmosphere. From start to finish, we keep it crystal clear. Crystal clear like the jewels she wear, yo. From start to finish, we keep it crystal